Well, while units like the 45th focus on economic development while in Afghanistan, they do so in a war zone. October was the deadliest month in Afghanistan since the U.S. occupation began. Still, there are those, both military and civilian, devoted to trying to improve the country's standard of living. Our Betty L. Michaels takes us there.
After 30 years of conflict, including Russian and Taliban aggressions, Afghanistan is facing challenges. Rebuilding their agriculture sector is one of them, and that's a focus of the U.S. government's mission here. Provincial reconstruction teams, or PRTs, include advisors from the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Agriculture is very important here. Roughly 80% of the population rely upon agriculture in one way or the other to survive. I'm here because I really think that I can make a difference. I think that all of our advisors are making a huge difference.
In the arid province of Farah, efforts are underway to improve irrigation canals and find new water sources.
I'll stop you when I get to where I can't see you. We have villages that need water. They're looking at putting in underground pipeline. I help the engineers with issues like that since I have experience in that area. That's about it right there. So anything we can do as far as agriculture, as far as helping them with seeds, fertilizer, growing techniques, irrigation, all that's needed, and it's all very much appreciated out here.
Further north in the Panjshir Valley, the focus is on establishing orchards by double cropping U.S. hybrid fruit trees with wheat.
And this will afford them the opportunity to raise a crop of wheat in the meantime while the trees are starting to get established. In 5 years, this will be solid orchard. So this is a conversion of wheat to orchards from a low-value crop to a very high-value crop. This will increase their incomes tremendously.
Advisors working on the ground hope the higher standards of living will lead to more support for the local government and less support for the Taliban.
I feel we're actually making the lives better of the people. We're bringing them water, we're bringing them food, electricity, making their quality of life better.
But for a country with Afghanistan's history, creating support for a centralized government is proving to be no small feat.
It'd be great just to give these people a little stability and a little hope. You can see it in their faces. They've had a tough life. And here in Farah, forget trying to make a better life, just trying to make a life out here is hard going. The soil is more sticky.
Darren Richardson is from America's heartland, but he's here now working to rebuild this war-torn nation one farm at a time.
My main background has been in range management, irrigation assistance, and erosion control. Here in Farah, we're extremely dry, 4 inches of rainfall a year. We're looking at check dams on some watersheds. We have irrigation canals that we're refurbishing, some diversion works that we're helping them rebuild, retaining walls to help stabilize stream banks.
His team operates a demonstration farm and helps teachers at the local agricultural high school.
We have to give that water in the form of irrigation. And if I give you an answer that doesn't answer your question, ask it again. I may have not understood you. Also been able to provide them some textbooks in Dari and Pashto, which they haven't had before. I hope you can get good use out of them.
Small successes are part of greater goals.
We work closely with the governor of Farah to identify projects out in town that we can do to improve the life of the people, and hopefully it'll improve their opinion of the government, create support of the government, less support for the Taliban.
But the level of active development work that goes on here differs between regions. In Zabul, a province that borders Pakistan, security is problematic due to Taliban insurgents. For Christoph Greco, safety is always a concern. Heavily armed support is needed for the simplest visit to the village, where resources are few and challenges are many.
The village gets their drinking water, they do laundry, everything from here. They have a problem with water here, so the village has gone together to get a well. Capacity building's been our main focus here over the past year, my main focus, and trying to build some things up till it could get a little more secure. We've been training their agriculture extensionists. Now we're going to bring in progressive farmers, train them, let them go out to their districts and be connected to the agriculture department. This village also, we gave them some wheat seed. They're undercropping those trees with wheat, which is very smart.
progress is slow but steady for the roughly 24 agricultural advisors in Afghanistan.
We need more people here. There's much more focus now on agriculture, and there's certainly the opportunity here.
Now, a little history of the Panjshir Valley. During the Russian occupation of 79 to 89, there were 9 separate offensives where they tried to come up and take the valley. All 9 times they never were able to do it. Following that with the Taliban years, the same thing. They're a very proud people. They all look like they're all sprouting.
Greg Schlenz is a long way from home.
My background with USDA, as I've been with the Natural Resources Conservation Service for 27 years, I'm lucky enough to have a very good spouse and an agency that has allowed me to come over here and take part in this terrific effort. One of the projects that we started last year is we brought in 900 beehives. There's the queen, short wings, long body. The main reason that we brought these bees in was for pollination. With all the fruit trees that we have in the valley, all the vegetables, it was needed. The secondary benefit of that is excess honey that they can harvest and will generate income.
The security threat is much lower here. It's a much more secure environment. We use civilian vehicles and we get out a lot more. So it's a real opportunity for the PRT to get a lot more done on behalf of the people here.
Assalamu alaikum. The long term, how are you, is ultimately self-reliance. We have to build them back an infrastructure and let them go on their way and do their thing as far as governance. Keep up the good work.
Schools are very important, clinics are very important, but if they're hungry, none of those do any good for anybody. So part of the big security situation here is to keep the people fed and happy, and I'm working very hard to do that.
Well, if you or someone you know would like to be a part of any of the civilian work teams, we do have a link to the PRT program on our website at okhorizon.com.